Sorry, guys, the meeting was converting from the last recording and I had to make sure we were all on. So we are on our brand partner Q&A call. It's going to be so much fun. I have lots of leaders on here with me that we can answer. And here's a theme of tonight. We're going to ask questions, jam out, get some answers. And we might have a call that's 15 minutes. It might be 25 minutes, but we are not going to go past 10 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to on your time. We're also not going to ramble about things that are not relevant to you in this very moment in your business. So if you're brand new and you have not yet to share your link with someone, we welcome you. Awesome. We honor you. We want you to be part of this journey with us. It's going to be so much fun. If you're on here and you've been doing this dang thing for almost 8 years, and that is the oldest member of our team, Tracy, her early anniversary was in October, I think, then you're on here with us and you probably have questions too. I know I like to be the person asking questions and not the person answering. So maybe I'll ask some questions. But here's the thing. We all learn every step of the way. The best attitude and posture you can have in the social selling space, the network marketing space, is one where it's an attitude and a posture of being a beginner and being a learner and always growing. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. If you want to unmute yourself on your microphone on Zoom, or you want to type in the comments, what is a question, concern, or thought you have? Let's go. All right. A lot of excitement here. A lot of excitement. So my question that I will throw to all of you, what is the number one area that you focus on when it comes to sharing Young Living's lifestyle? Products, oils, what's the number one area you focus on?
I focus on like toxins, like getting toxins out and being having a clean home because of my own history with it. So that's always my focus. Like read your labels, chemicals out, clean in.
How do you show that to other people?
By what I'm using, and I explain why it's good for me, why it's safe for me. I talk about my autoimmune a lot and pre-Young Living, life because of Young Living, and the journey that becoming a toxin-free home, a plant-based cleaning home, getting rid of my air fresheners has completely changed the health of my family.
Yeah. So you do that on what platforms do you do that most on, and how?
I'm more stories now because I still with life, I'm not able to like create these lovely posts every day with teaching all day and all of that. So I have found it's really easy for me to pop things up in my stories later at night, taking the pictures and doing it that way.
Yeah, I think it's easier. I mean, I'm just chiming in with you. I think for sure in this day and age we're in, where the space that we mostly share on is the social media platforms. I think stories are what people sell. We know that now. That is a thing. That's true. That's not like an argument. But what I think is hard for me is I also like stories to be what I'm doing, because that's how I learned them. Like 5 or 6 years ago, I learned they were like what you're doing with your day. And so you click on someone's story to see like what they're doing. So it's interesting for me because I don't watch a lot of people's. And if I watch them, it's not because I think they sell something cool or because they have a lot of valuable information. It's because I want to see what they're doing. So it's an interesting mindset I've learned as a old millennial. It's really funny to say that. Is anybody else like the top or bottom of their generation? Because it's like a funny thing to me. Like I'm an older millennial. So it's funny because I don't resonate necessarily with most of the millennial things, but I'm clearly in the 12-year, 10-year, it's not 10 years, it's like 12. That I've learned that when we communicate to anyone younger than 37 years old, they are used to buying online, which means they don't give a crap about what I'm doing all day with my life. They want to click and swipe and buy and shop. And that is very different than how a lot of us grew up using social media. And I mean, grew up as in not age, but in the way we use that source. You're an average. I love that. You're an average millennial. I think it's funny. So I'm 38. So I'm literally like, I think the oldest one's 39, but I just don't resonate with a lot of the things. I don't like, not in a bad way, but it just isn't like I didn't enter the marketplace wanting to change it. And that's like a big trait. I entered the marketplace and believed I could conquer it, which is not millennial. Like so I'm always like, oh, just like I like authority. Not a rule follower. I'm not a rule follower, but like I like authority. Like I like authority. Like I think like we pray for our leaders, like our authority. Like I love my upline. I wouldn't talk bad about them. Anyway, I want you to think of us a little bit about what it does to the way we sell. So for me, it still is a little bit contrarian to the way my mind works to sell in like my stories. So I want to like see people's day with their newborn, my close friends. Like I'm not following random people. And so I've had to just adapt and it might be random, but I wanted to say that if you're new to sharing, especially, I want to encourage you, the style that you start with will be the style you stay with. Not that you can't change, but it will be how you keep sharing. So if you show up and you do like an unboxing of a kit or your first order, whatever it is, you're probably going to continue doing that where there's like, it's kind of removed from your life, or you're going to show up and you're going to be like, this is what I'm using on my toddler tonight. This is what I'm using my diffuser tonight. This is what's in my car. And it's going to be probably a little bit less formal and a little bit day by day. And whatever you like to do as far as if you're going to have a really beautiful, aesthetically pleasing setup where you put diffuser blends in your diffuser and you make cute reels with them, or if you're like showing your face more and you're more of a hot mess, you're showing the oils, like the whole thing is you're probably going to keep doing what you start doing. So just want to encourage you to pick a style and just keep doing it and be consistent. Have some fun. Big time 101 one-on-one girl. Vanessa, how has that worked for you over the past 2 years? I would love to hear, because are you saying in person or online or what's that mean?
It's kind of looked like a few different things. And that, I mean, originally it started with, come on over, have a conversation around my kitchen table, when the pandemic hit, and that it got a whole lot harder. And that, so, right. So then it kind of became Facebook messages or can I drop off a sample, socially distanced, porch drop off kind of things, and then following up that way. And that, so it's really kind of morphed and changed a little bit. Now it's getting a lot more face to face again, which I think is where I'm more comfortable.
I love it.
I'm with you, Vanessa, and I think it's our teacher heart. So I'm like the old mom here, as the Gen Xer. I have a really hard time. Like I can do this, I can talk in front of anybody, but I have not yet once done a video in my stories where it's like a live thing. I'm not comfortable doing reels. It's just not my comfort zone. I can take pictures and create a post and get those up there. But I am not that, oh, hey guys, I just want to talk to you about this today. It's just, I can't get over it. I've tried. But I'm all about the events and one-on-ones and getting back to that. Seriously, this pandemic has completely like shot me through the heart in terms of my business. I was an in-person girl doing classes at my library every week. People don't even want to go there. It's really hard to still get into my library to use the space. Here in the Chicago area, we're still like in major surges. So I haven't taught an in-person class in 2 years. They're on Zoom, and self-acknowledged, I stopped even trying to promote Zoom classes. So I have to get back into that until I can do in person. But I do have an event coming up on Super Bowl Sunday in the day. So I'm excited to do more of those events, to try to meet more people again.
All right, guys, this is so interesting. Everyone else is in a different Zoom. Do y'all want to go with them? Because I think it would be smarter. So can I send the link in the comments and we'll go? I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. So interesting. The link that was shared in Chelsea's group is different, and that's the first event that comes up. I don't know if that's y'all too. Yeah. So this isn't even the link I had in Gather and Dwell. This is so embarrassing. So I'm gonna share that. And is that okay with everybody if we go ahead and jump in there? Y'all hate me. If I can be a diamond, anybody can be a diamond. I'm just saying.
Girl, we love you.
But I don't know how that happened. It's it's very embarrassing. Okay. I'm gonna share it with y'all. It's the same Gather and Dwell one, but it's what's in. So it is what's in the event. So we're in a different link. Everybody here laugh at us. We're in a link that wasn't the link in Gather and Dwell. We're all in the link that was only in Happily Ever Oily.
So strange. All right, are you going to paste the link in the chat?
I am, but
Wes?
it's the same one. It's the Gather and Dwell link. I don't know why I'm not in there.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna blame Stacy. She put a link in our chat and I just clicked it and Vanessa.
But that's interesting though, because I put in the Gather and Dwell link. So it's this I think we're in the Gather and Dwell. Are you saying that everyone else is in the
Yeah, there's like 12 people on this other link.
I think
Well,
I
make them come
have
here.
I think I know where to get that link. Hold on.
I just put it in the chat. So everybody click